Hi, welcome in, guys. Today we're going to be playing some standard decks and showing you what kind of goes through our mind when we play them, breaking them down so that way if you have to go against them or you're building them yourself, you know what to do. I'm Jason.
I'm Keaton.
This is Riley.
And this is Velvet Games. Alright, well, we already shuffled our decks, so we'll cut the decks and roll to see who goes first.
All right, let's go. We got 2d6s, skulls for 6s.
Alright.
The number to beat is 3.
Yay!
We like
here's
low
a 2,
roll
guys.
on this channel.
A 5. I won something,
He finally
guys.
wins.
I win.
This is
I
the
concede.
first and only victory.
This is the end.
Do you guys remember in Yu-Gi-Oh! Way back when the motion to concede was doing this over your deck?
Yeah, if you trick somebody to put their hand on their deck, they just lose.
That was a legitimate rule in Yu-Gi-Oh!
My only experience with the Yu-Gi-Oh! Is when my grandma bought me 2 packs. I opened them in front of my friends, my driveway, and then they threw them on the ground and stomped on them.
That sounds like
Terrible-
actual Yu-Gi-Oh! thing to
terrible
happen.
That sounds like
experience.
legitimate Yu-Gi-Oh! vibes. I'm going to mulligan.
I will also mulligan. You need
Gotta look
more
at the
than
top
one
card.
land to run a deck. I will not look at the top card this time because that lets you keep risky hands.
Now, see, I look at the top card because sometimes you need to keep that risky hand.
No.
Sometimes you need to keep the 1-mana hand and learn that it will work out.
All right. Well, I'm not playing a deck where a 1-mana hand would do me any favors.
Oh, I definitely am. So the decks that we're playing, maybe we should talk to people like that a little bit. I'm playing Simic Toxic around Venerated Rot Priest, Storm Chaser Drake, and Ivy. Those are my only creatures. And then a bunch of protection spells to keep those creatures alive.
I'm playing blue-black poison control, and I'm going to be doing the exact opposite. I will be killing every creature that I can as many times as I can, and every time that I do so, my opponent will get a poison counter.
Hopefully killing everything.
Hopefully killing everything. Hopefully giving poison counters.
The race is on. I'm going to keep this.
I will also keep this, getting rid of the highest CMC card in my hand.
All right. I'm going to start us off with Dreamroot Cascade and pass.
All right, untap a keep draw. I will play a Dark Slick Shores and say go.
All right. I'm going to play a Forest, tap the forest for a Venerated Rot Priest.
So now I know for sure he has a protection spell in hand.
And I'll pass.
He's played that turn 2 Rot Priest.
It's dangerous. Very dangerous card.
I'll say go.
I'm a maniac.
Yeah, Venerated Rot Priests, from experience, is incredibly difficult to deal with. Really, one of the only ways to do it is with the board wipe. And
What
even
about
then,
2 Venerated
that is
Rot
even
Priests?
worse.
I
That is
will
worse.
actually counter that unless you pay 2.
Ooh.
Okay,
And he counts
Amazing.
it.
here we
Oh,
go. Take 1.
See, but
I
this
take
opens-
1 damage and I get a poison counter.
And I'll
This
pass.
opens Keaton up to a kill spell, or even 2 kill spells on
That's
his
true.
turn. This is a good play.
But I can't afford to get the Rot Priest countered like that, so I'd rather him try and kill the
I
Rot
will
Priest.
exile
That works.
a Rot Priest.
You'll take 2.
We'll take 2 poison counters. Pass turn. Unfortunate, but necessary.
Man, now that poison's back in standard, man, Keaton's already only taken 1 life, but he's already 3/10 the way dead.
All right, on my
Yep.
upkeep. How do I want to do this? Nah, we'll just draw off like normal. Play a Thornwood Falls. Go to 21 life. Tap lands for the win.
Absolute
Please.
value.
Please get
Pure
Island Enter
value.
untapped.
Pure value.
I'm begging.
Here, take 1 more poison counter.
All right, up to 4 poison counters and down to 18 life.
And I'm going to tap 2. Nah, go ahead.
Untap, upkeep, draw.
Can't risk it for the biscuit yet.
And risk it.
So I'm going to be a silly little man and play a sorcery speed kill spell, earning myself a poison counter.
I like it.
All right. I'm going to play a instant speed response with slip out the back, getting yourself a poison counter.
I will attempt to exile it, giving myself yet another poison counter.
But wait, there's more. I'm going to target with March of Burgeoning Life, exile Ivy, to go get another Venerated Rot Priest.
So that's a total of 4 poison counters
That's
that I'm getting
correct.
from this. All the way up to 8.
For nothing. All for nothing.
Not for nothing.
Oh, I guess the
Not
first,
for
I guess
quite
it did
nothing.
die,
He has no cards in hand, and I've exiled his Rot Priest.
but he's getting
So
another
he
one.
does get another Rot Priest, and so I'll be on a very tight turntable. Turn clock.
Turn clock.
Turn
It's
clock.
It's my favorite
But-
kind of clock.
I'm in a much better position than if I tried to wait it out.
Definitely in a better position, and I had to get rid of the Ivy in my hand. It was between casting Ivy last turn or keeping the March of Burgeoning Life ready to go at instant speed. So had to decide between that. All right. Anything else?
Your turn.
All right. Let's see if we can get one more poison counter on him. Go to combat.
Yep. Down to 17 and 9 poison counters.
Win the game.
10
then
poison
he's at
counters.
10.
That's
All
it.
right.
Ding ding ding! I
He
finally
did it.
won a game.
All right.
The Simic combos. So for those, I know it was a little quick. Maybe it was a little too quick to follow along.
Possibly.
But I did get 3 Rot Priests out of the 4 I have in the deck. The idea was when Keaton was going to target one of my Rot Priests to keep the March of Burgeoning Life ready to go, to get another Rot Priest out, to potentially get that Toxic onto him, to get him at least to 9 poison counters. And then at the end, I targeted the Rot Priest with Tamio Safekeeping, and as soon as it gets targeted, it then puts a poison counter onto Keaton. Now, those who don't know, 10 poison counters onto an opponent, they lose the game. So the goal is to get as many poison counters as possible, as quickly as possible. And I think that was turn 4, turn 5?
That was turn 5.
Yeah, so I mean, that's the game. And
Pretty
we'll
fast.
We'll go to game 2.
Since I lost, I will be taking the play,
Wow.
but I will not be keeping this hand.
Selfish. I'll keep this hand. This is perfect.
This would be great with 1 extra land. This is just so much removal.
And that top card's a land.
For
Just
See?
for Jason's sake. Oh, see?
See, it
This
was
is
a good-
why you don't
That's a
flip the
good
top
look.
card.
That's a good look. So those at home can see my starting hand. This is exactly what I want to start with. You got this guy. You got
I don't want to
these.
hear that.
This is exactly what you want. This right here.
And this is how you play mind games. No, just kidding.
Go for the turn 1 nothing, turn 2 Rot Priest protection spell, turn 3 March of Multitudes or whatever. Good,
Yeah.
Good combo.
Turn
Yeah.
27.
No, that doesn't even get that far. Unless I get rid of the Rot Priest super early.
You guys ever played more than like 10 turns in standard?
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
I feel like I've never
Absolutely.
played a game where actually I have. I played one game with somebody in our LGS that I literally sat there and I was like, "You're gonna deck yourself out before I lose this game," and he's like, "Well, we'll see about that." And he's playing a Planeswalker control-ish deck, and I was like, "Okay, bud, burn down the house, bye." And he's just like, "Well, I'll find something." I was like, "Okay, have
Didn't
fun."
find anything.
There's
And,
something.
yeah,
Surely.
at the time I was playing Is It Control, at least trying to. But yeah, he ended up decking himself. And I was like at 6 cards left in my library.
I will keep this hand.
All right.
And I'll go ahead and get rid of one of these.
One of these. One of those.
Having one of these in opening hand, if you're not playing against a super fast Rot Priest deck, is so wonderful. And are you ready?
Yep.
All right, so I'll start the turn with a Shipwreck Marsh and pass.
Ladies and gentlemen, he played a tap lane.
Let's
go. Pass.
Oh,
No. Turn 1 nothing.
draw.
Turn 1-0. Did Riley call
Play
it?
a land. Say go.
Did
One of those
Riley call?
expeditions.
All right. Let's see what happens. We'll ping ourselves for 1. Go to 19. Play an Ivy.
She's there.
Go ahead.
I'm going to pay 2, and I'm going to give you a poison counter so that I can draw a card.
And this is where Keaton tries to snap back.
And that's not what I want to see, but I'll take it. And then untap, upkeep, draw for turn. Oh! Well, we'll go ahead and kill Ivy and give you another poison counter.
He took the bait.
Say go.
Guys, he took the bait. It's game over because Storm Chaser Drake.
Storm Chaser Drake.
Odawara as a land.
There's no bait here.
Pass.
Untap, upkeep, draw. I will pass the turn because every card in my hand's an instant.
That's my biggest struggle with playing control decks is you always, do I play the thing or do I just wait?
I'm going to target
I don't want to...
Storm Chaser Drake with this spell, giving him +1/+3 and Toxic 1, and he gains flying, so he can fly over flyers.
Sure.
That's pretty high. That's pretty high.
I wish that's how it worked. On target, I'll draw a card. Go to combat.
Entering combat.
Swing for 3.
I will pay 2, and I will attempt to make you sacrifice a non-token creature.
That sounds lovely. Bye.
Storm Chaser Drake happens to be a non-token creature.
He does. Venerated Rot Priest.
Venerated Rot Priest.
Pass.
There he is.
And I'll ping myself for 1.
Draw a card. Well, see, I'm having a land-related issue.
I know how those are.
I'll pay 2, and I'll play Experimental Augury. And I'm going to look at the top 3 cards of my library, put 1 in my hand, rest on the bottom, in any order. I want that first. And give you another poison counter. And that resolves. I will play a mountain and pass.
That's a swamp.
You know what? You're absolutely right.
He's cheating.
Judge. Cheating. I'm cheating. I'm cheating.
Let's try this again. Wait, no. Storm Chaser Drake.
Storm Chaser Drake resolves.
Go to combat.
Nothing I can do about that.
Swing 1.
I will take it. I'm at 19 and 1 poison counter.
This starts the hit you for twice, interact
Good
3
chow.
times.
Pass. Yeah.
Untap, upkeep, draw.
You know the deck so well.
I mean,
Now,
I did play
I
against
think
it
I can
a couple
deal
times.
with the Rot Priest just fine and not worry. I will attempt to exile the Rot Priest.
Slip out the back.
Well, first, trigger, I get a poison counter.
Yep.
Trigger, I get another poison counter. And I'm going to pay 1, and I'm going to Spell Pierce to slip out the back.
That sounds fine. And the Rot Priest is exiled.
No more Rot Priest. Yay! Say go. The Drake is there, but he's not my biggest issue.
Rot Priest.
That
Okay.
is my biggest issue.
All right.
So you have 3 poison counters, so Corrupted is online, so I'll draw 2 cards.
You got it.
You need stuff like this in your deck to keep the Rot Priest alive. Go to combat.
Heard.
Swing 2.
Down to 17.
Say go.
Hey, and my
Untap,
Rot Priest.
upkeep, draw. I will go ahead and give you a poison counter and make you sacrifice a creature.
Goodbye. The easiest decision ever. Don't sacrifice the Rot Priest.
Say go.
And here we go. Oh no, folks. I'm running into the same issue Keaton had. I'll pay 2 for Ivy.
Ivy's here.
Go to combat. Swing with the Rot Priest.
Down to 16 and 4 poison counters.
That's it. And say go.
Let's see how well I fare. He has mana open. I don't like that.
Yay.
I'll pay 2. I will give you a poison counter
Go to 4.
and draw a card. Huh. Say go.
Oh no. This worries me. Ooh. Here we go, folks. This is why we put cards like this in our deck.
Oh, islands?
Yes.
Okay.
Bloated Contaminator.
He's here.
That was part of the sideboard.
It was. It's going to
good.
combat. Swinging for 3.
I'll take 3, go down to 13,
So-
and gaining a poison counter.
We're kind of going off track of the hit you twice, interact 3 times.
We
I'd
are.
like you to get
Pass.
back on track.
I'd really like to, but I can't interact before Keaton interacts.
So,
It kind of defeats the purpose of interacting.
I'm at 13. Life isn't really important in this deck. keeping track of how many poison counters you have is. So since I would survive the next combat round, I'll try to get more lands.
You're looking kind of light on those lands over
I
there.
am looking pretty light on land, so I'm going to give you a poison counter.
Yep.
And look at the top 3 cards in my library.
Now,
Oh, there they are.
I will say, even though I've been
Put one
doing,
in
I
my
have
hand.
the Rot Priest out.
Rest of the
Keaton
bottom.
has also put me to 5 poison counters, so we're pretty even when it comes to poison counters.
I mean, in fact, literally both halfway dead.
Yeah, exactly.
Poison wise. So
I will
technically, it's
pay
a tie
2,
It is.
and I will attempt to exile the Rot Priest.
And this is where Keaton has messed up.
and this is the interaction part.
Yeah, I'm going to... You have no mana open?
No mana open, and I have 6 poison counters.
I will Tyvar stand the Venerated Rot Priest.
Going to
trigger.
7 poison counters.
The copy will also target Ivy, so
This
you'll
is
go
true.
to 8 poison counters.
This is true.
All right. And it'll gain Hexproof and Indestructible.
And that's the game. Pass
Yeah.
turn.
I will untap, draw my cards, play a forest from the top, and swing with everything. These 2 alone will kill Keaton.
That's true. And that's it. Jason's victory.
Incredible.
All right.
I'm
We can never
flabbergasted.
release this video now. Sorry, folks.
Has to be-
It's part of the lore. I can never win. I had an island in hand, so if that didn't work, I was screwed.
I had removal. I had Vraska's Fall,
Yeah.
Shieldred's Edict, another Vraska's Fall, and Bring the Ending. However, being stuck on 3 lands
Right.
is rough.
Yeah, especially if when you're a control deck and you're trying to slam out a kill spell and a counter spell in one turn, hopefully to stop the interaction. But
Seeing the Bloated Contaminator come out was kind of cool because every time I sideboard something in, I never get to really even see it. So I run the counter spells main board because I need the Rot Priest to stay. So I need to be able to counter some of the stuff that targets it sometimes.
The counterspell Bring the Ending is just good.
It is, especially with Corrupted, because you're just like 2 mana, counter anything.
If you're playing a deck with poison, it's the better version of the current super played counterspell
make disappear.
Yeah.
with casualty. Because they might have the 4 mana if you pay the casualty cost.
Sure.
But if you have Corrupted, it's just a 2-drop counterspell.
Yeah, and
Now-
even before the corrupted, isn't it just normal make disappear?
It's just normal
Yeah.
make disappear before the Corrupted.
I do have Spell Pierce in my sideboard as well. If I'm going against like a Planeswalker heavy deck, that's usually when I throw it in there because it's just like, oh, Wandering Emperor? No.
Against a deck like mine, you don't necessarily need Spell Pierce because you
No.
just protect your creatures.
I think against yours, I just mostly need to focus on putting out more creatures. But, oh yeah, good game, Keaton.
Good game.
Oh, hey guys. If you liked what you saw, you should like, comment, and subscribe.
And hey, you can check out our website, our Discord, or our Patreon. If you want more, let us know. We're happy to give it to you. Thanks for watching. Have a good
See
day.
ya.